Uh,
Show of hands. How many people here can tell me which fork is a salad fork when you're sitting at a 5-star restaurant? When you eat in an environment that's not common for you, it can be difficult to know the proper expectations. And when you don't know the proper expectations or the proper behaviors, then it can make the whole environment very embarrassing, and it makes for a bad experience. So it's important to learn the rules of the proper etiquette before going into these situations. According to What Are the Best Tips for Fine Dining Etiquette, an article on Delighted Cooking written on August 23rd of this year by Lori Smith, fine dining may have some very similar rules to the average dining experience, but little mistakes can make a big difference. As an avid diner myself, I have learned important experiences firsthand and truly enjoy my time at the occasional fine dining establishment. Today, I'd like to share with you some of the more important rules that can help you if you find yourself enjoying some of those fine dining meals. You may be asking yourself why it's important to listen to what I have to say today. Well, the simple answer is going to be for the experience. When you're experiencing something such as fine dining, you want to be able to immerse yourself into it. If you don't know these rules, it's hard to become one with that environment. If you don't know the proper etiquette, then you cannot truly immerse yourself. If not, the experience and listening and learning just something new should be reason enough. Now that I hope I have your attention, we can begin. Lauren Diamond notes in 13 Little Etiquette Rules to Follow When You're Dining at a Restaurant, her Reader Digest article written August 4th of this year, that the attire is the first thing seen whenever entering a fine dining establishment. This is very important because you can't make a first impression twice. It's also important because a lot of finer dining establishments have certain rules and restrictions on what you can and can't wear. So slacks and a button-down shirt are most proper and important to wear for men. Dresses or women can get away with the slacks and the button-down as well. Now, once you've entered the establishment, you've been seated, and it's time to order. It's important to remember that the woman should always order first, and the only exception to this is when the male has gained the woman's permission and plans on ordering for her. Then, once the food has arrived, it's time to remember which utensil you're supposed to use. The aforementioned Delighted Cooking article by Lori Smith says that the best practice for your utensils is to start on the outside of your silverware and work your way in with each meal. Now, the proper etiquette is not only important when dealing with the fine dining establishments. In the regular dining areas, it's also important to remember using your proper politeness. Please, thank you. Now, please and thank yous go a long way, not only with your family and friends that you're dining with, but with the servers and the other employees at the restaurant as well. Another way that you can show your kindness and consideration to others is by waiting until everyone has been served their meal before you start eating yours. And finally, something very important to remember is to put your cell phones down. I know they have become very prominent in this day and age, but having your cell phone in front of you and using it truly takes from the experience of not only the food you're eating, but the time you're spending with your friends. You can't be truly there if you're staring at your screen. I hope knowing these rules can make a difference for you in the future and prevent you from making some of these unexpected dining faux pas. Thank you.